Good morning, my people. So, I have a short video for us, and I'm sure it would be extremely informative to all. So for starters, just a small disclosure. If you're not about change for yourself, your family, the people around you, this is probably not a video for you. I'm going to be honest with you. This is for people who want to enhance themselves and want to do better for not only themselves and their family, but for their people. So, long story short, I came up with this idea, or this experiment, as I would really like to call it, as an experiment, about America and its finances, and that's what it has to do with America's economics. Believe it or not, my people, your people, I mean, you can look at my skin. I don't have a filter on, but you can look at my skin and tell I'm a black African American. Spend actually the most money in this country, believe it or not. And one of the biggest problems I have with this is the fact that we spend so much money in this country called America, but yet we do not see any return for our investments or our acquisitions. We just spend money on items and retail consumer nonsense, and we don't see any benefit from it. All we really do is just make someone else rich. So this is where the core comes from. And with that being said, I came up with this idea that, maybe if I can help people understand the importance of money and how to make money for yourself, that I can possibly make a huge difference in my community and people in general, my people in America in general. So moving forward from that, the idea is simple. It starts from September 1st to November 30th, 2015, of course. And what I'm asking for my people to do is to essentially stop spending money in America. And I know that sounds crazy, but let me further. What I mean by that is to stop spending money on frivolous nonsense that you don't need to spend money on. Stop buying the same pair of sneakers and the same sneakers in just a different color. Stop buying retail clothes, nonsense bags, buying liquor, all these different nonsense items, retail items that we don't see any benefit from, just a short-term gratification and not a long-term gratification. So just to get into the experiment or the ideas, what I'm looking for is for my people to stop spending money from September 1st to November 30th. And I want you to open up a separate savings account. And in this separate savings account, what I want you to do is I want you to actually do what the purpose of a savings account is to actually save money. So what I want you to do is to save money, essentially. So instead of going out on that dinner date and buying sneakers and buying a leather belt or whatever you spend your money on, put it in a savings account and try this activity out for 3 months, 3 strong months, from September to November 30th. And I strategically planned this purposely because the summertime will be ending September 1st, and it's right before Christmas time. So I know people want to buy their loved ones and children and such things for Christmas. So I strategically planned it in a 3-month period. Now, what I want to call the experiment is something of the effect of 1,000 people. If you know about your heritage, if you know about your history, which is something America doesn't teach you, but that's a whole nother conversation. There was an individual, a very intelligent individual by the name of W.E. Du Bois, and he had this idea, this theory of the talented 10. And in the talented 10, he had it. Ultimately, it was about, if you can do something successfully, go teach 10 other people, and have those 10 people teach 10 other people. And this idea that I have is it's the same principle of about 1,000 people. So if I can get 1,000 people to really stop spending money, and I mean, ideally, I would like all of you guys to stop spending money, but that may not be possible. But if I can get 1,000 people to save money, whatever it is, even if it's $500 in in that 3-month time span, or even if, I don't know what your income is, your spending habits, even if you're able to save up $1,500 or $3,000, $1,000 a month in that 3-month period, what I want you to essentially do is to use that money and invest it in yourself. Now, what I mean by investing in yourself, I mean go ahead and put it in your children's college fund. Granted, you have children. If you don't have children, open up a business. It is so simple and so easy to register a business in this country and go ahead and generate wealth for yourself if you knew how to do it. And if you need help doing that, please contact me and I will show you how to do it. It's very simple to go ahead and get a business license where you can go ahead and actually practice whatever you want to do, whether if it's a clothing business, your own clothing business, by the way, a restaurant, whatever you want to do, you can do it. So I want you to use that money that you saved up in that 3-month time period, and I want you to invest it in yourself. I want you to go ahead and start a business. I want you to go ahead and even go ahead and purchase property. That's what I really want you guys to do. That's the importance of really this. Honestly, I'm in the process of actually closing my first mortgage now, and I'm 25 years old, by the way. And I'm in the process of closing my first mortgage, and I understand the importance of owning real estate, owning property in this place called America. America is for sale, and if you don't know what that means, you need to really wake up and truly understand what that means. But moving forward, I want you to go ahead and purchase property. My people don't really understand what it means to own property, ownership. And I want to help you guys do that. And what I'm really calling on is for my successful real estate agents to help me with this message, and let's create a viral video that will help teach our people what it means to go through the process of closing a home. You know, there's something called FHA loan, and that FHA loan process is a government process that only requires you to only put 3.5% down on whatever house that you're purchasing. So if you want to do the quick math, if you're purchasing a $100,000 home, the reality is all you'll need is $3,500, which is not a lot of money. And essentially what you're really doing is purchasing your first piece of property that can potentially turn into an investment property that could bring you some income, versus you just buying some nonsense pair of sneakers that will only last you 4 or 5 months, and then at the end of the day, you're just gonna go buy the sneaker again because it came out in another color. Nonsense, garbage. Ownership. It's not about what you have, it's about what you own, and I keep stressing that to my people, seriously. Also, what I want my people to also get into is the stock market. There's so much money to be made in the stock market, and again, I'm calling my successful stock traders. Please, let's come together. Let's pool our resources together. Let's put something up, a viral video up that will really teach us about the stock market and how we can make money in it. You buying Nike, but you don't even know how much Nike, a share of Nike is going for right now. I go in my friends' homes and I see stacks and stacks and stacks of Nikes and Jordans, all this nonsense that doesn't do anything for you, essentially, except make you look good for the night. When you can own shares in Nike, and at the end of the year, you can get dividends off of those shares that you own if you just understood that. And I want to teach you guys that. And I'm not an expert in the stock market, but I know other people that are. And I'm calling on you guys, my successful entrepreneurs. Let's learn, let's teach our people how to really make money. If we don't help each other, who is going to help us? No one. And we're just going to continue this cycle of all this disgusting behavior America's putting on us. And I'm a realist. I'm not a racist. I'm really not a racist. I'm a realist. I talk true facts, and I want my people to do better. And I'm tired of this nonsense. I get this treatment in the street from police officers. I'm not happy with it, and I complain about it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not. And the only way we're going to do better as a people is if we come together, we pull our resources together. So I don't want to talk too long. So ultimately, this is what I'm looking for. And if I'll leave a number, or I'll leave an email address at the end of the video if you guys want to contact me, whoever wants to contact me. But ultimately, what I'm looking for you guys to do is to really just stop spending money from September 1st to November 30th. Save up as much money as you can possibly save up. Once November 30th hits, I want you to take that money and I want you to figure out what you can do to really invest it into yourself or your family, and go ahead and purchase some property. Go ahead and invest it in the stock market. Go ahead and start a company up. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, go invest it into yourself so you can see a return from this money that you just invested in yourself and teach someone else. Again, the Talented 10. If you want to hashtag it, hashtag 1,000 people. That's the movement. Save up as much money as you can. I see this being a really, really, really big experiment. Again, my name is, I'm sorry, I didn't say my name. Sorry, my name is Justin Smith, 25 years old. If you have any questions, I'll leave my phone number or my email address at the end of this. And let's see what happens, man. I love you guys.